again. Like I said, I drink about a gallon of fluids a day.
It's good for you, man.
Yep.
It
Stay
beats having
hydrated.
It beats having. Where's he going, Abby? Where's he going, Abby?
I'm gonna say at the stream when I was gonna smash the camera.
I always smash the camera.
Yeah, smash the control panel.
Who's a pretty girl? You're just a pretty girl. Seems like a pretty good dude. Huh? Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, Dad must not scratch your chin enough, huh?
Oh,
I
wow.
heard it is good to drink a lot of fluids as long as it isn't like soda or a lot of sugar.
Yeah,
No,
the
it's-
sugar. Yeah, you don't want the sugar.
You want to be floating wet. Your kidneys will do what they need to do, and it's better to piss 5 times a day than not at all.
Yeah, Starcade, I don't know. I'm kind of getting out of this stuff right about now. I just got to concentrate on my escape vehicle.
Yeah, definitely number one.
Destination.
Yeah.
I thought I had it set up last year, but when that motor blew up on me, I was just,
Oh, yeah, I want to show you that picture of the car that was in the garage.
When you gave me your address and I looked out of the street view, is that red?
red and white.
I think it was almost all red.
Well, half the top was
Oh
red.
yeah, it probably had a white top. I mean, it was beautiful. It was in really good shape.
I had to get rid of, well, I told you why, with all the stuff that was going on.
I sent them your address, and if I just click on that, it'll show me that.
Like this technology here, I mean, to me that's alien. I've never seen myself. I have a computer which I really didn't start exploring communication things until about 6 years ago. Yeah,
That's it?
that picture. I mean, that picture has got to be.
The satellite.
It's a satellite, but wow,
It was Spark. It's
Oh,
out
Street
front.
Street
Yeah,
View?
yeah.
that was part of my midlife crisis around 6 years ago.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's Street View.
Actually, I was trying to recreate a lot of things.
Looks like there's a busted refrigerator outside there next to it. Oh no, those look like sheetrock that got moldy or something.
This is pretty good.
Yeah.
Stole that.
This has been a great day.
Go, go, go. Hey, JC.
Let's see. That's
Some guy asked if you remember Starcade on TBS.
I used to watch that TBS. It was out of Atlanta, I think. Now, does that car look familiar?
Oh yeah, that's it.
No, that was actually
Oh, that's
my
a different
grandmother's car. That was the first one. The one you saw was the result of a midlife crisis and me trying to piece things back together about 6 years ago.
So you're like, I'm getting that fucking car.
Right.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, that looks just like it.
And that kid there, that's me at about 12 years old.
Really?
Yeah, that was taken in 1984.
Gotta take a picture of that. Watch, look at this.
Oh.
That's not the same car you see in his satellite pic.
But basically, it may as well be, right? Oh, that's so great, Tim. At 12, I was blessed with a father that loved photography, so I have a lot of pictures of stuff like this from my childhood, but in my adult life, I've been really bad at the camera.
Well, I mean, growing up as a kid was okay for me until around 85, and then that was like, oh, okay, marriage gone? Oh, yeah. Send the kid to live with his grandmother.
Oh, is that, yeah, you got pushed
Why
in the
not?
back.
He'd go there on the weekends anyway with her, and now he can stay there, and he can go switch school districts a week before.
Oh, how lucky.
Yeah, let's really traumatize
That
him.
happened to my dad with his parents. They moved like 3 or 4 times, and then the last time they moved was the summer before he was going away to college. So he graduated from high school, spent 3.5 weeks with his parents moved to a new town for 1 week, didn't know anybody, and then left for college. He only slept in his bedroom like 1 week or something like that. And to this day, like my grandparents are gone, and he owns that house now. And to this day, he doesn't want anything to do with that fucking bedroom. He's like, I moved all my shit in here, was in it for 1 week, and then never came back. He has like terrible memories of that house. Just,
That other car on the right-hand side of it was like a '74 AMC Matador.
Wow.
I can tell it's maroon with a black vinyl top.
And that was in the family too?
No, that was one of the neighbors. I think it was the one that lived on the, because that was our apartment right there.
Okay.
That was actually.
This is the one you were talking about before.
Yeah, it's right down here. I think that belonged, that 74 AMC Matador belonged to the lady in that apartment. The car I'm leaning on was my uncle's new car he got at the time.
Oh, shit.
He lived in New Jersey. That red and white one belonged to my grandmother. That was a 78 Ford Futura.
And you said you were, what, 12 in that picture?
It had to have been 84.
Wow.
Yep.
That was the year I
Summer
was
of
born.
84. The Transformers came out.
Oh, yeah. Dude, my first few Christmases, I was getting all those sweet-ass metal Transformer toys, like fire trucks and
Well, I tried to keep the boxes in as good a shape as I could, but here,
Oh,
check
shit.
this out. When you've got contractors coming, here, fuck this. Here, we'll fix it. Here, let's just. Oh, here's something that
This looks broken. Fixed it.
we have no idea. That's why, that's why I say no. We don't know nothing about contract. It's funny when you watch that type of stuff in a Three Stooges show, but I mean,
When it's
when
happening,
when you actually see it in real life,
reality, it's like you can then you can relate to the people.
That wrote the Stooges.
Well, not that wrote them. Let's see the protagonist in the story. I can relate to that too.
The victims.
Yeah.
Well, the one episode I remember watching the other night, they were riveting on a high-rise building, and they had all the girders that looked like they were in a place. And the foreman gets up there and he goes, "Oh, it's like good solid construction." He leans on the girder and falls over.
That's awesome.
Solid construction, eh?
Oh, we
Where are
followed
those
the
three
plans.
new men? And then they look over to see more work they did, and the girders are all screwed up. Never get tired of
I'm
it.
sure they were union workers too.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, if they were CSEA union workers, then, well, the CSEA ain't much of a union. They're good for scabbing off your union dues. But if you get set up at work and they know it's a screw job, all they're going to do is go in there and lick boots. And I've seen it. You know what I'd rather have than a union? A lawyer fund, where rather than put union dues, you put it in a lawyer fund. For when something like that happens, you can hire, I don't know.
Real representation.
Yeah, you can hire some real representation and not some bootlicking union representative. It may as well be on a slave, like a dominatrix or something. I don't know, depending on who you have.
Yeah, that's like when they appoint you a public servant.
Yeah.
The public servant is appointed to make sure that you go to jail and that they spend the least amount of money to do it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The Mulberry.
Who get the fines as high as we can? Riley would lose. Oh, who signed that?
Dwayne Richards.
Oh.
That was before George Riley came in the picture. He had the 5-man world record holder on that.
Yeah, it says world record holder, 5-man world record holder, Dwayne Richard. Wow, 2
I'd almost hate to get rid of that though.
Save it.
Yeah, I think I'll save that.
Absolutely save that.
Because I don't know when I'll ever see Dwayne again. The last time I saw him was it's pushing about 5 years.
He was at the Commonwealth with us.
Yeah, he's at Replay FX.
Well, he was there for the Classic Arcade tournament. Him playing against Dwayne. And I think last year he was there as well.
I think Donald
he was
won
there.
that.
Or
Yeah.
him and Donald. And then Brian Wagner. I don't know who
Yeah.
that guy is. but-
Brian Wagner. Yeah, I forget where he's from. I think he's from that Richie Knuckles crew, I think.
Anytime I hear Wagner, I think of Steve.
Yeah. It's funny, they're not related,
Yeah.
but they're both phenomenal at video
He's
games.
the top 5 Classic Arcade gamers. of all
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
I love to watch Robotron though.
Yeah.
I can't really play it. Well, you broke 1 million points. Well, yeah, factory settings.
Yeah.
There's guys that could just. I don't know. I think it was Abner Ashman that came close just using 5 guys on that.
Yeah, I know.
He's known for his Miss Pac-Man.
Miss
patterns,
Pac-Man
right?
too. I
Yeah.
was watching a lot of those Miss Pac-Man videos, and that's like with Dragon's Lair at the end of your score. Once you hit that kill screen, you don't know what you're going to get. It's random.
Yep.
And plus, it's not. The fruit is random too after the banana, so you're always going to have that randomness in your score. There is no such thing as a perfect Pac-Man outside of getting to the end.
That's why I thought it'd be a great, because they don't want to just do Donkey Kong anymore. They want to do other events, and I said Miss Pac Turbo would be great just for that.
Richie's been asking
that-
us, like, what's another game we
That
can play?
wild card factor of what kind of kill screens are you gonna get. and then the fruit and the randomness and everything.
That's
But
why
you
it
have
was
to
so
play
crazy.
perfect just up until that point.
When Sam beat the record at calling off 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sam Miller or whatever, he was
Yeah.
out there and he got the world record.
Okay.
Like imagine sitting there and like seeing the fruit coming out while you're
Yeah.
playing, just be like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
There's a video of this guy at Barcade. His name's William. I actually met him, and he actually has a score higher at Barcade than like than Sam's score actually.
Really?
Yeah, and there's actually a video on YouTube. Hank actually recorded it, and it's him and George, and they're watching him play. And I guess if you get 4, like to the 4th kill screen, you automatically get 8 every time. I guess that's how it works. But he ended up getting 8 of them. But like one of them, like one of the boards was upside down, and then
Yeah.
like one was like invisible, and like he could go like in and out of either direction. Like they were crazy. And then he got a banana on one of them, and like he got all excited. It's really funny, but. Yeah, it's still on
These
YouTube.
ridiculous kill screens.
Yeah, just like a bunch of crazy kill screens, and then one just showed up normal. I think he died, and then it regenerated itself, and then it was like a normal board. But yeah, it was kind of cool to actually see that. Because I played on the 20th anniversary with a Galaga in the Miss Pack, and I used continues to get to the kill screen just to see what would happen, and I just got this like black screen. There's like nothing on it. There's like these discolorations, but there's just all black pretty much, and I was just roaming around getting nothing.
Was there hidden stuff or?
No, I searched the board for like 20 minutes. I couldn't find anything.
That was the end.
Yeah, yeah. Dwayne says it might have been because I used continues. I guess maybe it would change the RNG.
Yeah.
When he cleared the Pac-Man split screen on that 25th anniversary, it was, well, if Billy Mitchell did it, they would have preempted the President's State of the Union address for that. I think it was Billy Mitchell, but I mean, Dwayne got a little bit of coverage in the community, but I think between him, myself, and a few other people, we irritated a lot of the publicists for that particular venue of classic gaming. So it doesn't matter what we do, we're really not going to get the attention that we deserve. It was strictly because of the media bias, but that doesn't happen. You're a conspiracy theorist if you think that.
You're a xenophobe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Figured
But
that out.
that should have got a lot. That should
Trying
have
to
got
be
a lot more
smart.
attention than it did.
Yeah.
I forget. I think I asked him if that extra dot or the completion of a split screen was capable because of some code for the continuation feature being in it, which I don't know would explain it.
I think that's something like what happened. Like how did it work? Oh no, maybe it wasn't so much passing it, or they figured out a way to get more points, and it was that they.
No, Dwayne passed it.
Oh, so okay, so there, a couple months or maybe a year ago, there was a thing where they were playing with continues.
Yeah.
And what you would do is just keep continuing on that last screen, and after you ate enough dots,
That's
second,
right. Yeah. So you die. The
second
dots would
feed.
regenerate.
Yeah, the dots would regenerate.
You die. The dots
So
regenerate.
you eat enough
you
dots.
Eat the amount you were supposed to have to clear the screen anyway, and then it
Yeah.
lets you pass it.
Takes like 5 continues or something like that.
Yeah.
I think there's a video of it somewhere.
Dwayne had one up for a while. He sent you an early one, but I didn't share it with anyone because he didn't want anybody to see it at the time. It's like, wow, I mean, there's some video game history there, but because you're not Billy Mitchell or Steve Wiebe, you know, nobody outside of that tight-knit group of people is gonna know about
Yeah,
it.
the split screen will be the end forever. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
On the original hardware, it is about.
Oh.
Oh shit!
What are you doing,
That
man?
link
I think
jumped.
it was-
Come on.
I think it was
You only
in,
got
like,
300,000.
Come on.
Hush it.
I died on a technicality.
Yeah. What was it, Billy? I think it was in the summer of '99. Billy put up like 10 grand on the.
I saw that.
On,
Oh,
whoever could get past the split screen and Pac-Man.
And we know he can pay those debts because
Oh yeah, well, when he wants to. I mean, as far as I see it, he owes me about that much anyway. But and it was whoever could break $1 million on Donkey Kong. And at the time, a lot of this point pressing technology really wasn't. I'll give Steve Wiebe the credit. He came up with the skill and the technique to do it. I still think there was something fishy, but I'm not really leaning more toward that now. But I mean, if claiming you were the first person to beat a world record when you weren't, and then profiteering off it, if that isn't cheating, then nothing is. It just is.
Yeah, and I think some. I mean, I don't know I haven't seen them all, but I think some of the videos were, not up to what would be required by anybody else's standards.
One had a break in continuity.
One of the early ones.
It wasn't as fishy as one of Billy's tapes. It was.
Hey, so you've seen Billy's leaked tapes, right? What did you think of those? Did you actually watch the games?
The one he had where it was a direct feed, the screen was blurry and no sound, that should have been disqualified instantly.
But did you actually watch the gameplay? Let me ask you that.
Yes, and
What'd you
I
think of
thought
that?
he played way too
Aggressive.
Reckless?
Yeah.
cavalier.
Cavalier.
To say less,
Yeah,
or
that's a
the
good way to
least.
put it.
I could not believe the chances he was taking. It was
Now,
almost like
The
he knew
story is this was done on one credit.
one crap.
In front of
Well,
the live audience.
That's the story.
well, I used to think the same way about you guys till you proved it. I mean,
Okay.
I was thinking like, these guys can really bring up those highest scores in only a handful. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd have to see it neutral, and then when you did it at Retro Uprising, that was it. It was like,
Fuck, I can't argue
I-
it.
Yeah.
I didn't think I knew you could get that high. It's just that from what I was through with the King of Kong and the shady business going on behind that, I mean, everybody became a suspect, but I don't doubt it anymore.
Yeah.
Robbie's just kind of casually playing here, and he's already got 500,000 going.
Yeah.
Yeah, and watch them.
And you probably could be there if it weren't for that technicality with the joystick. And I was thinking, well, every game, and it would frustrate me, but I know they can, but if I saw it done on neutral grounds, I'd be.
Yeah.
And when he did it at Retro Uprising, that was never mentioned it again.
Right.
But I did think Billy played way too aggressively on that game. Now, one credit in front. What's a live audience going to know about Donkey Kong? You could.
Well, that's the thing, is that the live audience didn't actually see him play.
Yeah, he was in another
He
room.
was in another room, and they saw the feed.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
makes sense.
that changes things, doesn't it?
What's the point? Why not?
Because it was a live score, it wouldn't have to go through the same scrutiny as a recorded score.
Yeah, you have to do it live.
That was back in the day.
You have to do a million live.
Hank was telling me about this. So
Yeah.
before Hank got his first record, there was a time period where the only way you could get a score on Donkey Kong was if Walter was standing behind you and watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because they wanted the King of Kong Mania was hot at that time, and they wanted to keep everybody out, including me.
What I was told.
It was even before Hank really kind of came into the picture.
Yeah. Now, I've seen Hank's tapes, and, like, all the stuff that he has to do, like, to verify his machine.
Oh, stupid.
It's so crazy. Like,
Yeah.
before he starts playing, he has to record everything.
That's how I was playing back in like 2008,
nuts.
2009.
Oh wow, no, he wasn't.
It was ridiculous. It was all set up
Yeah.
to make it
As hard as possible.
Mhm.
Yeah.
to get a submission. Well, it wouldn't matter anyway
Basically, you
because
had
here.
to have your own machine.
Yeah.
It
Let me
was
see.
either you play in front of a ref here, or you have your own machine. But the way the requirements was like, you wouldn't be able to go into someone's arcade and be like,
Right.
"Let me film the inside. Let me do this." Yeah.
And,
they
like,
basically
between
designed
every
it to
coin drop, you had to record everything.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yep.
and then start over. Right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Ask-
You could,
Ask Dave McCurry. He would know about it. He actually used to
My
record with those
God.
rules.
You know, a lot of these guys had to put up with that bullshit.
but that was when the King of Kong Mania was hot, and they were publicly milking it. They didn't want anybody coming in, and I came close. I think it might have been a good idea that my feed cut out after that game because I almost had that 1,050,000 in early 2010, a little bit before Hank got it.
Yeah.
And after that game, I was just kind of frustrated because I should have had it. And as I was doing my walk around, because I was going to submit that, well, it's still pretty good, 1,037,000.
Oh,
Back
hell
when
yeah.
there was only like 1 or 2 verified. The only other verified million stores were the 2 of the studios.
And when I got the camera to do my walk around, the RCA connector came out, the feed cut, so I couldn't film the inside. I really would have been sore if I had gotten 1,051,000 at the time and that happened. It's disqualified
they were
because
just
of our rules.
Looking
Yeah.
for an excuse to throw it out, and that was
Well,
it.
especially me, seeing as how I'm the one they disenfranchised to begin with.
Yeah,
It
you were the
was,
scapegoat for sure.
It was, but they get Steve Saunders in the picture. His story counted, mine didn't.
He's one of the few I never got to meet. Apparently, he was at Calm Off.
I met him at Kong Off too.
I never met him.
Yeah.
He got like 300K at Calm Off.
I could beat that guy when I was 11, 12 years old.
Yeah, but you didn't write a book, Tim.
Yeah, you had to write the book or wear a T-shirt.
I remember.
I remember his book. Yeah, it has a bunch of errors.
It was.
Oh yeah.
Like you can do this on the level 8, 9, and 13 spring. You can do this on level 16-3 barrel. And
It was pretty basic strategy for back then, and before this thing really became the kind of cult game that it is now. That's the way everybody played Donkey Kong. Nobody grabbed the first hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody went out of their way to group barrels and point press like that. In fact, that point pressing where you kind of taunt Kong and move the stick, you can do that without moving the stick.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, if you're close.
You gotta stand just like
Yeah,
that.
sound
You
Wes.
can actually jump left and right. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
No,
you
no.
climb the ladder and
You
then
get
take
really
like one
close
step
to
left
him.
and then you just jump left, and it gives you the leech points while you jump. And then you jump away. But if you move one pixel between the jumps, you're gonna jump right into Kong. Yeah, you just like do broad jumps.
I knew about that back in the early '80s. Using the joysticks to expand your pickup range of collision and points awarded wasn't. Well, I'll admit it wasn't something I really learned until later.
Really?
So what do you think of Alan's rage videos?
I didn't see that yet.
Oh, we'll have to show you those.
What's he angry about?
Donkey
Dying.
Kong.
Yeah, dying.
Probably just for different.
Oh yeah.
I get frustrated with it too. It's frustrating to really play it. The score is up there now. When Robbie beat Hank, what did you get? Like 1,050,000 something?
It was like 1,041.
Or
It was like 2,700 ahead. Wasn't by much.
when it hit over 1,150,000, it was I figured that's beyond my reach.
You could still get top 10 though, I think.
I think you could.
That's
I
like
could.
getting top 10 is like worth 30 world records on lesser games. Like it's a huge deal.
Yeah, it is.
Considering the amount of competition in it now, even a top 20 is something.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do I rank now? I think I rank just below Phil. Not by much.
Yeah. What was your score? Like 1,076,000.
1,076,600.
That's great. Yeah, that seems like it's right below Phil. So that would be like 14th,
Something like that.
something
Yeah.
like that.
I'll check.
I had higher ones going, but just on my stream last week, on one of the pie boards, it was that perfect timing where you go to hook the ladder to climb up, and
Oh,
they
and then
slip
it
a pie out.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Very rare
So
when
there-
that happens.
Yeah,
You have to
there's a
watch
strategy
that.
that we use to get around that.
You're
Um,
15th.
On the pie board,
Yeah.
you know the stutter.
White grow specs below you.
The stutter
You're right
where you're
below.
walking towards the ladder, Robbie.
The stutter.
Yeah, you know where you hold the stick and let go, then hold the stick, and you're gradually progressing towards the broken or the retractable ladder. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure I do. I'm kind of focusing, I guess.
Oh yeah.
But that's what happened to me. I hooked the ladder, and just it was just that perfect timing where the pie comes out and you can't do anything. It's just like
Yeah, there's a way you can get around that. So whatever.
We have to back away.
Yeah, what we do, we don't ever just go for the ladder unless like we have to. Like, if you'll like say the retractable ladder is right here, and you're coming towards it, you'll hit right, then let go. Hit right, then let go. Hit right, and you'll slowly inch towards it. But if this pie comes out, you always have a chance to retreat. But if you're just going like balls out towards it,
which is what I did.
then you'll kick it if it comes out every time.
Yeah.
So that's the way around it.
All right, because I think I could have gotten
Yeah.
I probably could have broke 1,100,000 that day if I had that
But-
guy.
But does that make sense what I just said?
I'm trying to think, but eventually you have to go for the ladder sometime.
You'll inch towards it every time you do that, but you get closer and closer and closer. But because you're sliding back, because you're letting go like every split second, then you always have a chance to like retreat. But if you're just going outright and you don't like slide back every few seconds here, then there's a chance you'll kick that pie. Whenever Robbie gets on a pie board, I think he knows what I'm talking about, and he'll show you.
You just got one coming out.
I think this is, I think he's got a rivet out.
Yeah, Rivis up next.
And that's how you skip it.
I usually I'll watch all the other pies on the screen because when they go off the screen, they'll regenerate. There's like that kind of, they can only go in a certain sequence, I guess you could say. So that's usually what I watch out for.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right? Do you know what I'm describing?
Yeah, I know what you're inching towards the
I mean,
ladder.
I stole
Yeah.
it from you, so I would think you would know. Like.
Yeah, I've changed it a few times here and there, but when I go for it, I watch all the other pies on the screen, and
Yeah.
if one disappears off the screen and it doesn't spawn, then I'm good and I can go, because you still have a couple seconds.
Yeah, there's only so many allowed on the screen at once, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
Was it 5?
they always spawn at a certain time, so
Yeah.
you're not going to get 2 in a row like immediately. Like there's got to be a spacing in between each pie.
John
So
had that in Trainer.
Yeah, so if there's pies going off the screen, you gotta wait like a split second to see if it's coming back. If it doesn't, then you're good. It's kind of like in Crazy Kong.
Oh, this is
The
too
pi-
complicated.
the
I like
pi-
my way.
If the pie spawns on the other side, you have that split second where you're good.
This is too much thinking. I don't have to think with my way.
Me neither. And I just, while I'm running left in the top left corner, at that last second before I hit up, I make sure there's nothing spawning, and if
Yeah,
I see it, then I quick reverse. And, but I mean, I still, one out of every so often get caught in that corner.
I can't remember the last time I actually kicked a pie. I was actually doing it so much at one point. Like last year at the Kong Off, I was just waiting for a pie to come out and then jump it and then climb the ladder. That's like
If you
the
have a chance, though,
100%.
can you demonstrate what I was talking about? If this pie board will let you?
Like inching your way over to the
Yeah, inching your way
to the
over.
retractable.
Yeah, I guess I can.
If you can. Don't kill yourself doing
Yeah, I don't want to die, but
it.
I'm sure I could
That
finish
way
this
Tim,
game.
Tim can know what I'm talking about.
I'm sure I could finish this game if
Oh,
I.
she must be home. She's probably wondering, why are those cars doing that?
Oh.
Oh, weird spot.
Oh, that's all right. Contractors take up that much room anyway when they're here busting up my shit and stealing it. So, I mean, I did not expect to be here. Just okay. I help out with the
Yeah, but you're probably helping as much as it's not helping you. It's only financially.
I don't even play lottery or anything like that. Maybe if the Powerball goes to some stupid amount.
Yeah, like when it's
It was 1.5 billion.
I'm just not a gambler. I'd like for one of those eccentric millionaires, some rich uncle money bags, just be, hey, here's the.
I feel like
you need to start being more buddy with Mr. Tesla.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like those are just like a colorful way to.
He's old software company a long time ago.
Yeah. I feel like those lottery things are a colorful way to tax people.
They are.
Yeah.
You want to
Lottery.
odds of winning.
Yeah.
Just to tell you how much of a scam it is.
Yeah,
When
you're
you
more
read the
likely to
odds
get
of-
hit by an asteroid
No.
walking outside.
When you read the odds of winning, it's a skewed calculation. Okay, so like the Powerball, there's 30 numbers,
Yeah.
0 through 30, and they pick 8 of them, right? And then there's the Powerball, which is anything from 0 to 20. So if you just use normal statistics and you multiply 1 in 30 times 1 in 29, because you can't pull the same number twice. So you would take 8, a series of 8s, 1 in 30 times 1 in 29 times 1 in 28, all the way down to 25. And then you would multiply that times the 1 over 20 that you get the Powerball.
Right.
The odds are like 1 in 6.5 billion. But when they tell you your odds of winning, they divide that number backwards at the end for the total number of combinations and give you a number that's like, so your odds of winning are like 1 out of 65 million is what they tell you. But if you actually look at it, the odds of winning are 1 in 8.5 billion. And then with the odds they're telling you, the odds of winning is a calculation that says the odds of randomly selecting those numbers in series.
Well, it's better than those are better odds than getting 558,000. Really? Well, mathematically, it's an impossibility. But to get all those wild card boards to come randomly and take the place of the lower scoring wild boards, or normal boards, I played that game just about every day for nearly 30 years, and my best is 495, 856, or 59.
Yeah, unless there's something about the RNG that's totally determinant that you don't know. There's no way that you know what I'm saying. Like the only way that you could call up a score that quickly, higher than that, without it just being sheer number of execution, is if there's something going on that's unknown.
All you have to do is look at the other scores. The only real score they have up there, in my opinion, was the 487.
Who was that?
I forget. I'm just thinking 558 is listed as one, which I don't consider, and then it's like 487 down from there. 487 is still actually pretty good, but it's really more of the random luck factor involved with it. When you have to play it on the hard setting, so very hard, so you get the wild card scenes. I sent Phil an updated map of it. There was one where I had a typo. I had the reverse wild card Iron Horse in place of the fire ropes, and just because of that one typo, oh, he doesn't know anything about it. Oh, he's all right. No. I just made a mistake because it was something I threw together quick for an explanation for Rudy's show one night.
That shit happens everywhere, man. Robbie, do you remember when we were out and we were talking to that guy at night about, he was a pinball dude, and he was saying that last year in the tournament at Replay Effects, he put like the Grandmasters. So I guess like these scores have like the highest score called like the Grandmaster score on these pins or something like that.
Yeah.
And he was like, I put up the GMC, which is like the Grand Champ or whatever, score on this machine. He's like, and it was like a fact, like I guess the highest score before his was like 80 million, and he put up 8 billion. And then they came over and accused him of cheating.
Whoa.
And he's like, it's a locked machine at a public event. How could I cheat, right?
Yeah.
I can't even get in it. Like, how could I possibly cheat? I didn't tilt it. I didn't anything. So they DQ'd his score.
What?
They never put it in the record books. And then, like, 7 months later, someone else found this machine, the exact pin that he set the GSM score on, and submitted it with a screenshot.
Oh my God,
And
really?
now he's like, you go on the record and you look. He's like, there's my score that was unverified, and then there's an identical score with the same initials that they verified from somebody else. He's like, he found my pin, took a picture of it, and submitted it, and they took his screenshot.
What?
Because he wasn't at the event and they couldn't DQ it.
That's crazy.
I don't remember the guy's name, but you know who I'm talking about, Robbie. The guy with
we were chatting with him.
He was
Wow.
JC's friend.
Yeah.
So
Wow,
it happens.
so-
Yeah, and you're not the only. He's like, there's 2 8 billion scores on the leaderboard. One of them's not verified, which is mine. I'm in the number 2 spot. He's like, and all the other scores are like 8 million. He's like, what do you think happened there? How could there be identical scores with the same initials?
Wow, you know what would really be a pisser is if they made a film about that. And they about 10 grand.
No. By today's money, Tim, it would be like 50 or 60 now. It wouldn't be a $10,000.
Well, was that long ago? You remember the name? I'm not really good with pins.
No. But I'm saying, like, it just happened in the last few months. But I'm saying, you know, for movies nowadays, they're not going to give you a $10,000 check. They're going to give you 20, 30, 50.
Yeah.
10 years later, the film industry's got even more money in their pockets.
Well, I'm like,
Yeah, Robbie, we need to start asking for money.
I know. I don't know what were you thinking.
What were you thinking?
Why do we do this shit for free?
it's nice when you can win some money, but it's just like, I mean, that type, like what you just mentioned with the pinball. I mean, that stuff is just so crooked. And
Yeah.
with the King
Yeah.
of Kong, the way impossible.
It says right there on the tape, possibly verified.
Okay, I have no idea. I just don't. Let's see. I only made.
I should frame that and have a plaque that says the most controversial tape on the face of the
Well,
earth.
the arcade Hall of Fame didn't want it.
Yeah, the most controversial tape in the classic arcade game history. Right there. Literally the most controversial piece of plastic and ribbon in the world.
Probably as far as classic arcade gaming goes, yeah, it's right there. But, you know,
I'm sure there's some Area 51 cassettes out there that might be a higher priority than that. But as far as what's on cassette that's being hidden from the world, that's about it.
I mean, it ain't gonna do me any good. I mean, I really thought I had those Hollywood people by the balls, but I mean, they're like, "Yep, this is how we screwed you over. We stand by it. Talk to our legal team."
Yeah, as long as your lawyer's got more money than our lawyer.
Yeah,
then
that's
you
essentially
get
how it
something.
works.
Yeah, so whenever you called Picture House, what did you say to them?
Well, I told them that they were marketing a film whose topic material is not based on reality. In fact, somebody else was disenfranchised, and they're misrepresenting the truth.
What did they say?
Well, you know, we stand by our film. I'm kind of paraphrasing.
Yeah.
And you can talk to our legal department. And once you call them, they don't.
They don't answer or anything, or?
Well, they don't return the calls.
Oh, I see.
So-
Okay. Yeah, so they route you to like oblivion. Like it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. They just stonewall you. And essentially, there really isn't anything you can do.
Yeah.
It's just like my lawyer costs more than yours, therefore I win.
Right.
And you know what? Honestly, if you go to civil court, you don't. Civil court is unenforceable by law. So like when we grow up, they teach us that there's two courts. You know,
Yeah.
there's the legal court and law enforcement. And if you have any personal problems, don't worry. Civil court will get you your punitive damages.
Yeah.
That's true. But there is no legal obligation and no system in place to enforce it.
Oh, really?
So like for example, a long time ago in a land far, far away, somebody scammed my grandmother.
Yeah.
And my dad got it all notarized, and he took him to civil court, and they garnished this guy's income such that when he ever makes money or when he dies,
Yeah.
he's supposed to get money from it. But it's completely unenforceable. Like, I can't go and be like, this guy hasn't made any of our payments. They'll be like, tough shit. That's your problem. So yeah, you can go to civil court and get punitive damages in your favor, but when it comes time to force him to pay, you can't.
Oh, really?
So realistically, you just waste your money.
Oh, it's
Like
like
the
your
guy I
right to
live
vote.
with. Yeah, right. I lived with a guy that ended up, when we moved out, he owed the landlord like $2,000 in back dues.
Yeah.
And he took him to civil court and got, whatever. There's no way to force him to pay.
Really?
Yeah, so you end up just wasting your money and becoming bitter over
Oh.
it. So like, yeah, even if you would have been able to take him to civil court and then settled with, whatever, $50K, they could just fucking steamroll you for the rest of your life and not pay you. And there's no legal ramification for you to make them pay you. It's kind of
They're just
Not to
basically
use-
saying you're right, and that's all we're
yeah,
gonna do.
not to use a word that you like to use, but it's kind of disenfranchising when it's like you find out half of the legal, the judiciary system, half of it is kind of like mirrors and smoke. You know what I mean? It's,
Right,
it's not
right.
even there. We'll take your money. We'll
Right.
slam the gavel down, but when it comes time for you to get that,
Yeah, we don't care.
yeah, we got more important shit to do. We got more civil cases to hear. Quit wasting our time.
Yeah.
My view of the world has really changed. I just cannot believe how it's. I was always a cynic, even as a teenager. I never really fully trusted government authority because I saw that double-edged sword of how it could be played.
Yeah, they're your friend until they're not.
It's
Yeah.
like
And there's three of them.
if you're some lower class kid and you spit on the sidewalk, I mean the police can just jaywalk and whatever else we can think of. But if you're a kid and you say your parents are police or they got connections with City Hall or some other,
I'm
mean, you
sorry,
can get away
officer.
with
I didn't
murder.
know I couldn't do
I
that.
can't tell you how many times I watch people pull a card out of their pocket and get out of trouble.
Well, that's like with that asshole Stupenoy. His daddy's got money, therefore he told me that Walmart, I'd do what the fuck I want.
Typical.
Well, what he was trying to do was get a rise out of me because he knew there were security cameras there.
Yeah.
Right, because then he'd get a chance to get something.
Well, he's as big as I am, but he was. That guy is nowhere near as pissed offable as I
He doesn't have the heart that you have.
am. Well, I got a scar on my knuckle for slugging somebody in high school.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah,
Wow.
I see it. You know who's got real banged up knuckles? Richie.
Richie.
Yeah.
So they don't call him Richie Knuckles for nothing.
Absolutely.
His knuckles were like gone on his right hand. He was a scrapper in his youth, man. Like through his 20s and his 30s, Richie was not ever backing down from anybody for no reason. You know who knows that?
Who?
Joe.
Really?
We were outside having a smoke one night at the car wash. He's like, look at that. No, look at those hands.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? He's like, that's thousands of fights right there.
Yeah.
That's not like, oh, I used my hands doing construction. That's rager hands. I was like,
Oh.
no,
Is he still doing good with his place?
Oh, yeah.
You would have thought that the economic downturn would have just stuck a fork in it.
He has a good business model in the sense that he owns all the machines. He doesn't, you know what I mean? He basically just has to pay the rent, and the guy that works for him, it's basically like works for next to nothing. Like Ed loves that job.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ed loves it
I
there.
mean, that's pretty much. I don't know.
It's
If I got a car, yeah, I'd do that too. I mean, I'm no stranger when it comes to the in and outs of one of these
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
it's a good. I mean, it's a good way to do it. It really is. Like,
There's a market for it, and there's very few people capable who have the knowledge, So it's definitely supply and demand.
if you were to go to, well, there's some of the, you might find some of the old timers at these distributorships, but like a kid in their 20s working there today, they're gonna be like,
Yeah.
There's so much back knowledge for someone our age to learn. Like
Yeah,
my
totally.
first cabs I bought completely restored because I didn't want to have to deal with any
Yeah.
of the back work.
Yeah.
And now that I've been slowly learning it for 3 years, I still don't know shit.
Yeah.
If I have a question, I have to ask Rob Felstein or I have to ask Ken House because those guys, or Richie, they know these fucking things.
Yeah.
Like you, they've been working on it for 30 years, and it's like it was a love-based
Ken
learning.
House works on them too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ken's,
We do that with online squabbles.
Yeah.
Mainly through the king of
Don't worry,
King of
we still
Kong.
call him Mr. Dig Dug.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Every time we see him.
That nickname is stuck.
No,
That name stuck. Mr. Dig Dug Head is his name.
I enjoyed his Robotron stream.
He's
I love.
He's a talented gamer.
I love watching Robotron. Anybody that can really thrash that game. That game is so intense.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, who else would single-handedly put together a venue for, like, there's that Battle of the Arcades that they've had 2 or 3 years now. We had 3, and then they stopped. But he put a team together in his house every year. Like, who the fuck would have an arcade team in his house? They would pick all the games, he would find all the cabs, he would get them running, and it was just like, Richie can do that. That's his livelihood. It was like Ken was just doing it out of love.
Yeah. Yeah.
He'd have the whole team over for a week, and they'd all, sleep in the family room and play in the garage.
Yeah. I don't guess they really do that anymore.
It's been over a year. There was issues.
No, I don't know, the personality conflicts and stuff. It's just that if it wasn't for that, it's brought people together, but it just drove a wedge between a lot of people too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, the only people I'm really disappointed with are like Billy and Steve. And Steve, it was a latecomer. This just happened to be a game he was good at. And, imagine if it's too bad it couldn't have been Ms. Pac-Man or something. Then it would have been after Ashman. It would have been
Screwed, not you.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Dustbin in history.
Yeah.
Or some other game. Or Galaga. Who's got the record for that?
There's
Rodman.
Andrew.
does.
Well, Andrew Laidlaw has a couple records.
Oh, does he?
A couple track records. Yeah.
How high is it anyway?
It's like 15 million or something, right?
15?
He's
Kill screens at 255.
It depends on the
isn't
setting.
yeah.
it's on.
It's the ROM set or a setting, I guess.
it? That explains it.
But yeah, you can keep playing the same.
Yeah.
Is that the one that's something about player 2 shows the millions digit?
Player 2
1
does, yeah.
Yeah. So you kill off player 1.
and then just play as player 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
The kill screen I saw on it after 255, then it stages
It
0.
just stays there
just
forever,
starts.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's 4 settings for the game, and one of them kill screens, and the other 3 they just go forever.
All right, so that's the only way you could really get a
Yeah.
score that high.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking kill screen 255.
Right. Yeah. Then you need to actually point press, like time your shots, because where they're coming down, if they're attacking you and you shoot them, you get more points that way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you get
yeah.
more points in flight. I'll play the first few levels like that, try to
Yeah.
get them in flight. I could turn $1 million on that without too much trouble, but after the $1 million, you don't get the extra guys, and I just don't have that fluidity with the gameplay.
Sure.
It just that was always a fun game.
$1,100,000?
Yeah.
I've got
Or not quite. Oh, I was asking Rob about this.
No, this is not
Yeah, you need to
million.
pick up the pace.
This
Come
is
on,
not
man.
$1,100,000. I don't
Once
want
you
to
hit
group.
Once you hit level 18, switch to 1.2. No, I'm serious. Get the $1,100,000.
Yeah.
You didn't come here to
Nah,
not get $1,100,000.
I'm good with a
Come
mid-million.
on, man. Oh my God.
You should have done it when you had the chance.
Hey, I'm about to take those controls away from you and do it myself. Come on, man. Don't disappoint me.
Hey, I'm just doing what worked in the Kong off.
Listen to the world record holder, Robbie. Come on.
Shit. For real though, we dropped 1 point in the calling off and both got it. Well, you got almost $2 million.
It would have been 1.1, yeah.
1 point drop. And
Well, I got one.
combined score was over $2 million.
I got 1135 on the first card of the tournament.
But 3 hours in finals. Like they started at 2, and we were worried that we were gonna get thrown out of the venue at 5.
Yeah, I was hoping it'd be quick, but
That was the last thing he said before he sat down. He was like, we were talking. He was like, I just hope this game goes quick. And like an hour and a half in,
It was up to you, man. I wasn't gonna bomb out. It was all on you. It was all on you, man. You coulda quit whenever you wanted.
Quit smoking for a while. The last 5 years.
Yeah. Oh, I bet, dude. Well, like I said, just
I put on about 26 pounds in the last bubble. I needed it. My blood pressure was through like 160 over 115.
were you just not sleeping, or you were just so
Not-
worn
I mean, with all the-
out?
I mean, all the crap going on. It was just when all this stuff started, and that guy I mentioned, he tried to kill himself. I'm gonna tell you, I see that fucking cocksucker. He was lucky I was on probation, and he's going, I do the fuck gun. I do. You know, my daddy's a cardiac. I'm gonna tell you, I would love to just. As it stands, I really don't have much love for him now. Anyway, I could ball bat the fucking living shit out of that guy right now, and then we could go back down to Denny's and grab a burger. That's where I'm at.
That's so funny. It shouldn't be, but it is.
In a kind of deranged way, it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you're that,
It's just how bad it is.
I mean, I'm not even.
wear other people down.
Well, I would get upset with Billy and Steve, but I mean, truthfully, I'm not even on that level. Not with these particular people in the state. Yeah, it's just that.
Watching them abuse the people they're getting paid to protect.
Yeah, and that happens. People snap at them. But when it's like a Clockwork Orange, you've seen the Clockwork Orange. When it's that type of an environment, and you try to do something, and I worked for it too. I quit for similar reasons. I would never take another job with it, and that's why I have to laugh at these advertisements. Do you are you a caring individual? Do you like taking care of the developmentally disabled? Do you like it? Well, then you might want to work for something like Helping Angels or some bullshit title like that. I'm thinking, oh my god.
It really should be like, do you wear black everywhere
Yeah.
you go?
Can you
Is
swing a
your heart-
sack of doorknobs?
Is your heart colder than Antarctica? Come work for us.
Can you beat on the developmentally disabled without leaving a bruise? Well, then Syracuse Developmental Center is the place where you want to work.
You need to show him the Alan Rage videos. This is important, man.
Which one?
Well,
Four?
number 4 is the best. So, have you ever seen Alan play?
He's actually pretty good for an intermediate.
He's gotten better.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's going for
he's
900,000 now. But
It's still an accomplishment. I mean, the
Oh, yeah,
way
for
he's
sure.
up to this game is incredible.
well,
For me, it wasn't until the score started getting up there and I had to learn. I had the passion too, and the score, the incentive, the challenge,
Yeah.
and then that makes you look for other ways to scab points.
yeah.
Without not having to hack the ROMs to do it. I wouldn't doubt there's people that could do it and slip it by. That's how this game has been studied as much as it can, particularly like the blue barrel smashes.
Yeah.
But there comes a point where it's pretty much at right now, where it's just.
I don't even think that would help at this point. You know?
No.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's basically just 3 minutes of him yelling fuck.
I can so totally relate. Absolutely.
Yeah, if you're having a bad day at DK, there's this guy out there in Australia.
I think I'll contact him just to see what. Well, I'm kind of interested in Australian-made cars. He would have to know what a Holden Menard is.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So classic. Which one are you showing him?
Number 4.
Oh, okay, that's the best one.
You can lay it down if you want.
But if you show Tim number 1, it was actually, the whole compilation's actually from one stream.
It's like a montage of all the.
It is.
Yeah.
JC sat there for like months and just took all Alan's most angry moments and stitched them together.
Oh, you could probably do it with me too, right?
I'm sure there could be a Tim compilation.
and JC had to take these down during it so that they couldn't find him and use him against him.
Oh boy.
You know what I mean? Like the wife was trying to play him off as like angry, and they had to like take these off the internet while he was going through it.
Anybody that's really seriously played, you really gotten into these games, has gotten
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've all been there.
Nelson.
Yeah, I saw that live. I remember that.
I don't know, the editing is pretty good.
JC did really good. At the very end, though, he smacked. Like you can see it in his webcam, which is small. He like slams his fist into the desk and fuck you, bitch. So basically, he's dying for reasons that you shouldn't die for. You know what I mean? Like the 116th, that we tell him over and over.
Or going on the long spring instead of the.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he wouldn't look. He would wait for the longest and then just go and not
Oh.
look back.
Oh
You have to look
shit.
back.
Oh, this is where he smashes the desk. He's punching the desk.
Well, that's how that control. We need to get some screws though, so I could screw those angle irons back on.
Yeah.
Because I had taken them off. I thought I had the screws, but I didn't do
That's
it.
fine. I'll screw it back together. He's beating the shit out of his desk. He flipped it. He flips the desk.
Oh, fuck.
And now he plays on a cab. And he built it himself out of like.
Oh
solid
my
plywood.
god.
And
Do you have
I think he showed me some pictures of it. It's red.
Do you have the video that Jace Hall posted?
the pan?
Oh no,
where-
the
oh,
he
thanks
pun-
for watching. Fuck.
yeah, he starts punching the cab, like the side of it.
I
Oh
don't know
my
who posted
god.
that
That was Jace Hall
Jace Hall posted it
on
on
YouTube.
Facebook.
on Facebook.
What does he think about the whole King of Kong thing? Because I tried contacting him and like,
He
no
doesn't.
comment.
He
No
doesn't.
comment.
He doesn't comment.
Yeah.
No,
You know why he doesn't comment? Because he has access to everything. He has all the archives, and he was able to read back through everything that happened.
Yeah.
He knows everything that happened before him, every
Yeah.
person that did everything. I talked to him very briefly about it when Rudy told him that he had a copy of the database, and he's like, there's absolutely things in there
Yeah.
that are questionable, and I have no comment on them.
Well, Rudy said I'd probably be more upset than I already am if he knew. That's-
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
I think Rudy's really a good console player, but I can see where he could rub people the wrong way.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know. I always,
Yeah.
I don't know. Rudy never screwed me out of a bunch of money either, like the other two did. In fact, I owed him. It took me a couple years just to get everything together where I could pay him back for that console I was building for him.
Oh, Ethan, you gotta find that post from Jace.
I'm trying.
That was like my favorite.
I'll find it.
Yeah, I don't even know how he got that video because he doesn't really.
He watches more than he admits to, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we just didn't notice.
I don't think he's signed on, but yeah, he watches.
I don't really play or watch as much as I used to. I was watching some pretty good Zookeeper about 5 months ago.
Oh,
I
okay.
forget who's playing it, but the score is like in the 50 millions.
Oh, wow.
I
It might
wonder
have
who that
been one of
was.
the Cran brothers.
Okay.
I mean, that's a really fun game too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's a
think I
good
could get
game.
more than maybe 3 on it.
I'm not very good at it.
Dean and Ross both play it pretty well.
I said that that's a game that we should play.
It's about as complex as Donkey Kong.
That's what I told Rich. That would be a good game for us to start a tournament on.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But they're a bitch to maintain.
Yeah, just a lot. Just
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they run the same hardware as Kicks, except there's an auxiliary board. I
I've
think it's
heard,
for the ROMs.
what I've heard is they break down all the time.
Yeah, they're hard to keep up.
Yeah. I've had
Really?
multiple people tell me that. They break
Yeah.
down all the time.
They're a pain to keep running.
You mean like something like a Dragon's Lair would or Mach 3 back? I don't know if
I'm
they're
not
on that
sure.
level of failure.
Maybe not that level, but it's up there, I think.
Oh, Mark posted it, but I don't think we
I
have-
found it.
You found it.
These are the things Noobs fear. When there was time of video games there,
Yeah.
you could crush
Play the
them.
video. Let's do it.
This is Chase posted a video.
So he thought he turned his channel off, but he actually didn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have done that before. Ugh. I can see why if
See
he
his hand? He just does it again. He punches closed fist and then hurts, and then he goes open fist. So there you go. Anytime you think you may have some kind of rage problems, you can just.
Well, I
pull
took it out on the side of that cabinet for a while. only for different reasons.
But Alan loves you though.
Can somebody?
Yeah,
can
Alan's a
somebody-
fan.
He's a big fan.
Can somebody post the
I'll contact him tonight. He would. I want to see how hard it would be to find a Holden
If-
Monaro in Australia.
if,
74.
Could I ask you this? Because he likes to. He's a big fan of like everybody, and every now and then on his channel, he'll call people on the phone. Like he'll ring up Billy, he'll ring up Steve.
The only problem I can see with that, and I'm just being nice for Tim here, is that Alan has no concept of time.
Oh, that's a
You
good
have
point.
a machine here. I know that because I
No.
called and let it ring for 3 minutes, and there's a chance that Alan will call you
Yeah.
at 3 in the morning.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
He's done it to Billy and
he's
Brian
like-
too.
I sometimes forget about that date line too, but for him it's like right now it's like 7 p.m. for us, but for him it's like 7 a.m.
Yes.
down
Yes.
there.
And that's, yeah, a lot of times he'll be streaming and it's like 1 in the afternoon, and he's like, I'm gonna call Billy, and it's like 1 in the morning Billy's time, and he's like, Alan, why the fuck are you calling me?
I've done that before too.
But yeah, he would probably love to have you. as
Oh,
one
if
of
he
the
could
people
call you, that would
that's
like
all-
make his week.
I want to see how hard it would be to find a 74 Holden Monaro down in Australia today, and that'd be like trying to find a 74 Pontiac here,
Oh.
because Holden Monaro is like Australians' version of GM. I know there's a few 74 Pontiacs in parts yards, but well, I'm thinking of the car the Knight Rider drove in the beginning of Mad Max. I am the Knight Rider. Jones. Do you hear me, pigs? Do you hear me, bronze pigs? Are you listening, bronze? He's taunting the police over the radio as
Yeah.
he's getting away in the Holden Monaro.
I can go with this. She's not
Oh,
gonna
yeah. Well, here, let me. Well, obviously she knows I've got company.
Yeah, I just
I'll just kind of go up there.
I'd be like,
Watch out for that because I won't knock that down.
oh, I already hit my head on it once today.
I did it twice.
Twice today.
All right, what's our pace here?
Not very good.
Come on. Well, what does that mean? What is not very good?
I don't know, like million
All right, so
50.
you're gonna finish. All right, hold
I
up.
don't know.
I'm gonna do some calculating.
Sure, go for it.
All right,
If
so
you
17,
must.
18, 19, 20, 20. You got 5 levels to go. 5. You can get.
I'm not getting 60k levels if that's what you're thinking.
Come on, man. 60k is
Fuck
not that bad. That's 7,
I'm just trying to survive through the game.
All right, so if you get a 59 average, it's 1,088,000.
Okay, yeah. I'm
You
sure I
got-
could
you
do
gotta
a
get
million.
one. You gotta get 1.1, man.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to point press.
Damn.
I just want to run boards by using both hammers. Like that's running boards to me right now is using both hammers, and then surviving elsewhere.
If you get a 59, it's 1,088,000. 59 is like kindergarten. You can do that, right?
I mean, I'm sure I can,
Okay,
but
let's do it.
I'm not gonna force it to happen. I should beat Tim's PB by 10k again. Yeah, it just ended up being 10k higher.
I mean, think about it this way: if you get a 67, you...
No, I'm not thinking that optimistic here. I'm running boards.
Oh, come on! Give the people what they want to see. Good.
Million
yes.
hundreds.
No.
What?
Group, get back over it. No.
Fireball is coming up anyways.
All right, double jump, double jump.
Fuck no.
Come on.
Definitely not doing it on this setup. I can't.
Do you love it?
We'll have to like roll out like right after this game, probably.
Yeah. Oh, it's 7.
Yeah.
You said you guys had till 7. As long as you can just help me load this shit up a little bit,
Yeah.
so we can all leave it.
I'm afraid-
I just don't want to get.
Okay, I'm afraid to touch the monitor.
I don't want to get caught here. Like after you guys leave.
Yeah, I understand.
But I just don't want to have to.
Yeah.
I know that I'm just here for an hour, but. And basically everything's been.
Yeah.
So we're okay.
Yeah, there's always some political crap going on TV up there. I never watch it anymore.
You're not missing out on anything.
Yeah,
Keep people-
I don't watch it.
People occupied.
No, we
Do
keep
shit.
people brainwashed.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I made a $100 bet with Rudy Trump doesn't get in, and it's already been decided.
Oh yeah, are you kidding me?
The software update has been distributed.
Whoever
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
whoever the
When
Illuminati
they
wants to win will win.
When they came out and they were like, well, for half an hour we're going to say that everything she did was wrong, but then at the end of that half an hour
And
we're
she
going to
did
say
not
that
have
we don't
intent.
recommend an indictment.
Yeah.
That's when you knew it was just like, wow, they're not even trying anymore. My one buddy said that. They don't even try anymore. They used to try. Now they don't even try.
They were a
just
little
stuff
bit
down
more
the road.
discreet. Now it's like Seth Gordon making a documentary. Yep, here's how we screwed you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's
exactly.
okay. They know, like it's okay. Like there's nothing they can do about it here. We run this operation.
Yeah, they may as well just wear zoot suits, fedoras, have Tommy guns and violin cases, and drive around on the running boards of Model A Fords.
It's like the Men in Black. They just walk up and tell you what you saw. Click. You
Yeah.
didn't see that. Click. You didn't see that.
All right,
You
come on,
probably have
come on,
some.
Robbie, get up there and group. No,
I'm just doing the opposite of what you're telling me to
Come on, all right,
Wild barrel covered.
do. Yeah,
Two of them.
that's too many wild barrels.
throwing all these points away.
No,
Come on.
on the first, I don't know. It's hard when you first from level 1 to 5, and you really don't see one. There was one of Weeby's games I saw where he only had one like that. I was like,
1 in 5 barrels.
it was,
Yeah.
it was odd, but
There have been
if you watch
times.
my game, but I'm not really point pressing either. I get one. Oh, go ahead, Rob.
I mean, there have been times where I get a start and I'm like,
Yeah,
I feel like he didn't challenge me at all.
yeah,
Like it was
had
just like a
attitude
free
before,
pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get the wild barrels where it's just like you cannot with what's going on with the current situation with the rolling barrels and a fireball. You cannot avoid it.
Yeah.
If the wild
It's like
barrel.
you can survive if one thing goes wrong, but if like
The
everything
compound,
goes
right?
wrong,
Yeah. Things come together. One steers that you
Yeah.
didn't have anything to do with, and you're next to a broken ladder,
Right,
and
yeah.
now there's a wild barrel. Oh, and
Yeah.
the fireball's coming up the left side too.
Right.
Okay, dead. I used to always say that. It's not one thing that gets you. It's not two things that gets you. It's
Usually
like
three.
3 or 4 things compounded
Yeah.
at once, and then it just collapses like a little
Yeah.
It's just like with the bottom hammer and the fireball starts coming up near the end and then none of the barrels steer. Just
Yeah.
the same thing.
That's how my game ended at that 9:30 whatever. Right after the hammer ran out, I had 2 barrels on my left that couldn't get to steer, and I had to straight jump from, and the fireball was.
I
could
forget
have
which.
had a million on that one.
All right, Robbie, don't play at 1.2 pace.
I could have had a million.
Get as
100
few
on mine.
points as possible.
I got to
All
level
right.
17 and I did some real quick math, and I figured out that if I got 50K from there out, it was 1,040,000.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, and then I did. I ran boards for 2 levels, and then I was like, wait, I haven't run boards in a year. I don't know what I'm doing. So I went back to double hammer, and then I
That's good.
You're-
Good.
You get close enough to the end where you really don't want to take those risks. Yeah, I did that with my 1,076
Oh,
game.
what are you doing?
It was if I had pressed more and did the barrel grouping, I could have gotten higher.
Oh,
well, all that matters.
No, what? What do you, what else can I do?
Leech, man. You don't know if he's gonna come all the way up.
You know what
Of course I do. They
No,
always do.
no. Look, he's hanging around, man.
500 short again. It's like, fuck that. Nah, you did the right thing.
No, it's just
Slow
you
down
with-
the clock.
See you when the hammer runs out.
No.
I don't see why Billy doesn't try when he goes to these events. I mean, it's just.
He likes being the MC, or he likes being there when a big game's ending.
He even went out of his way to have his camera taken off of his cabinet this year. We had live stream for every single cabinet. Like they had 4 laptops, and they had 2 or 3 machines on every laptop, all the time recording. And then they used software to aggregate all those, and from the one laptop you could pick whichever webcam you wanted to look at. And he was explicitly like, first he would turn it for like the first few hours, and then he
Yeah.
finally just told JC to take it off.
What was the reason given?
Because he's working on something new and he didn't want it on stream.
Working on something new and did not want it on stream.
Which at first I was like, there's nothing you know that we don't know. And then I was like, oh, maybe he meant he's trying something new and he's going to be dying a lot. He
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
want people to see that as a misrepresentation.
Well, tournament's a bad place to do that.
Of course.
Yeah, it's
but
a
for
terrible
someone like
tournament
him
strategy.
who doesn't play anywhere, he sees a tournament as a chance to get a tap into the vein of where the game's at. You know what I mean? Like, he's not watching replays.
Oh,
he's
shit.
not watching streams. So, like, for him, at the Kong off,
Oh,
he
what
gets
the
to watch
fuck
you
was that?
guys.
I got out of this
Here it
one.
comes.
So, all right, well, he knows.
Ah,
Oh crap! That's the only way.
yeah, that was
That's the
bad.
only
That was
way.
bad from
When
the
they
get go.
backtrack.
Yeah, that was bad. They were top left that whole board.
Oh, well.
Oh well.
That was just chance.
It was a valiant effort.
Yeah, why couldn't you have done that during the bracket so I could have won?
He said that to you when you got 300K.
Yeah. It's
I
all
had
right.
to do that
I'll
on
take it.
my stream over the weekend, but it's a chance. Sometimes Fireball just
Yeah.
it just reverses direction, gets you. Sometimes goes
Last
straight
year,
ahead.
Wiltshire did that
Oh.
late in the game with an audience, and the
Yeah.
crowd went fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, like to us, we know that's the only way out,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
But like the crowd saw him do that, and they're like, "What?"
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They were blown away by that.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Oh.
So you guys liked it?
Yeah, man, this was
Yeah.
great.
That's worth my
this
money?
was- yeah.
That's how I would usually. That's how I pretty much played the last few years.
Wow.
Derek Skundiak has my original cab,
Yes.
along with my other ones.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, I do.
I don't
I
know.
got one left in
like
this pack,
menthol.
and another one upstairs.
Oh, yeah, if you have another. Okay.
Pack upstairs.
Yeah, if you do, then I feel so bad.
I had like 5 while you sat there and played it.
Yeah.
Oh, Robbie, you going to the restroom?
No.
Is that what you're doing? Oh, okay.
No,
You can. You
I'll
gotta
just,
go west.
Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good.
I was just gonna hang out, and
Okay.
stand up because my hips.
We're getting
Yeah.
there. It's already after 7,
Yeah,
Is it?
we need to get
Yeah.
home. We're gonna get
Yeah,
home
let me
after
help you
midnight.
take this stuff down.
and then we'll get it loaded.
Okay.
What a great
Um,
time.
What were people saying?
oh,
We had
I
a good
don't
time.
know.
I don't even know.
All right. just
I was looking. I was
add
kind of
me
looking
watch
at it occasionally, but
Dazzle.
Well, yeah, you need to get hold of Alan. Like he
all right.
he loves you.
Yeah, he realizes you.
That would be.
You
so
don't
good.
realize that because you know you just figure we all like we're all brainwashed by the idiots. But come on, man. I mean, everybody has respect for you.
I like the Nibbler one. Yeah, how
Yeah,
many
the
have you
Nibbler's
seen
good.
Man vs.
I
Snake?
haven't
Yeah.
seen it.
I could
saw
rent
it.
it for $2. I might
No,
rent it.
Tim
It's
McVeigh
actually
hates me, so
Buy
I
it for
haven't.
$10 on
Oh.
iTunes.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I did.
I don't know. I chatted with him like about 6 years ago via Facebook for like I don't know midlife crisis. A lot of this stuff started happening. He was describing what they would go through before they a marathon. I mean, like two
Yeah,
two
that's it.
days.
Here, I'll give you that.
And you've all played Nibbler?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. You get stuck.
I've played it on Maine.
Yeah,
I haven't
no,
actually
thanks.
played a Nibbler in about 30 years. I used to have one at the YMCA.
I think Richie has one. You gotta
Yeah.
get down to Richie's. Well, next year hopefully, but I mean before that maybe. you
So
can get
you're
down there.
planning on coming to the next con off, is that right?
I'd like to if I can get my escape vehicle and
Like I realize
I'm
that's
sure
gonna be
that-
like tough for you. Yeah, dude. If we have to, we'll figure
We-
out. a
we
way.
can
Yeah,
figure
we'll
something
find
If
out.
you don't have a vehicle, we can come.
Yeah,
through.
just keep
Someone
in
will.
touch.
We'll raise money somehow.
Yeah, it means a lot to us that you're there.
Yeah.
And
I'll
honestly,
actually
dude,
put up
Richie
an
wants
effort.
you
I'm
there.
like,
Billy wants you
Yeah,
there.
it really means something to Richie.
Yeah,
Like I was,
Richie
Really?
would love. Oh, yeah,
dude,
absolutely.
I was walking behind the broadcasting booth, and I like Richie and I are really good friends, and he stopped me. He's like, Ethan, guess what? I'm like, what? He's like, Tim just told me that he's gonna come next year. I asked him to come. I told him he was qualified this year, and I felt bad. And then he asked you, I don't know if you remember. He's like, Ethan, stay right here. I'm gonna ask him again to tell you. He's like, because I know you're gonna be happy about this.
Yeah.
He does want you there.
I'd like to. I kind of feel bad for him because he gets caught in the middle of this personality conflict. I mean, it's not like I don't have good reason to be upset, but then, you know, the other people get caught in the middle of it, and you know, that's Seth Gordon. You know, what does he care? He's out in Hollywood, you know, where people treat each other right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, Richie said about that to everything.
I like
He's
this
now that
place,
I don't have
though.
any ties to George, I can be
How
myself.
how
Yeah,
could
yeah.
how could he fit 15 Donkey Kongs in there aside with all the other?
No.
rest of
He has a
stuff?
warehouse.
Yeah.
That shit's in a warehouse, man.
Yeah.
He has like 1 or 2 Donkey Kong cabs at his arcade, and those stay in storage all year. And in fact, he left 6 of them out there last year in storage for the whole year, like between 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Because he was loading up his truck, and he's like, I got them all in but 1. And I was like, didn't you have them all in there on the way out? He's like, no, I left 6 here. I'm like, so you made room for 5 more? He's like, yeah, but not the last one.
Yeah.
And
Hold
that's why
on, where did I
ended
have
up
them?
giving it to a doctor or something like that.
I had one here.
I'll be able to, okay, I can see the screw holes.
I would have put screws in them, but
That's okay.
I
I have-
only had these,
Tim, I got a dime a dozen
All
screws
right.
at home, man.
and the other one,
Looks like it was here, maybe, and then
yeah, I had it up here,
probably right into that.
and I didn't use all the screw holes either, just maybe 1 or 2 just to hold it together.
Dude,
But
this is
I
so. Oh, I want you to sign this too. So.
all right,
Yeah.
here, I know what I can do. I can sign right here on the plaque. I haven't taped it in yet,
Oh yeah, that'd be perfect.
and then you can put it under there and tape it in.
Silver, I guess. Unfortunately.
And actually, I don't know, for something I'm going to keep, here's something I found while cleaning out up here. Transformer boxes. Oh yeah, that goes with your player. That's kind of a
Oh yeah.
interesting piece of history. It's basically about an hour of Leonard Nimoy telling you how that thing works.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yes. Dude, you see, I might go home and turn into a Laserdisc aficionado and start looking up operations and cleanups and all that shit and figure out a way to get it running.
Oh, you won't find anybody fix that.
No.
I'd be your best bet. And I've done it before. It's a mind-numbing, time-consuming pain in the ass, and especially that model player.
Okay.
That's why you.
It's like you said. It's basically just a
It's
paperweight, but yeah,
Paperweight, pretty
beautiful
much.
decor.
And I think it was the first industrial optical video. It was the first industrial video disc player.
That's so cool.
Yeah, if you guys could sign this for me,
Absolutely.
yeah.
For sure.
it'll just be a kind of a token.
Sure.
I kind of like to keep stuff like that.
Oh
but
yeah, that's not a problem.
It's a the masking I know comes off, but it's usually until you put the decal on and then you take the masking off. No, I'm trying to
I
get
see.
the
That's
decal on.
the instruction sticker.
Yeah.
I was thinking, well, if I ever get a cab again, I've got half the guts, pretty much all the guts. All I really need is a cabinet and a few other things. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
Man.
You never
You
know.
can always build one too.
Yeah, things change. You
And
never
Alan
know.
can build one.
I just
Seems
don't.
ridiculous.
I
but
just don't
shit
have
is
the
last few
concentration or
years,
whatnot, but I hope that takes ink.
Yeah.
But here, see what you can do
Let's
with
try it
that.
over again.
I'll get the rest of this stuff. All right, here's the
Let's use the
speaker.
silver.
Yeah, the silver probably the best.
Control panel. Oh, this
I
came
guess go
off.
slow just because it's running low or whatever. But
Yeah.
oh yeah, that came up.
Yeah. Not too bad.
All right, now this is for the speaker wire, and I know how easy it is to break solder connections in this particular wire because I've done it before.
Perfect.
Same thing goes with this.
Oh yeah, that's the video.
I freshened up some of the cold solder joints
Okay.
that I'm more prone to on that particular model, but
Excellent.
this is original Sanyo 20 EZV. It's got an aftermarket flyback, you can tell, because in order to really mount
Oh,
this thing
yeah.
correctly.
That's all right. It looks like it fits pretty well.
Yeah, it almost looks like it's supposed to be that
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Here it is, Stop Vending, Auburn, New York.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Stop
like that when
bending
I found
over
it.
New York.
Oh wow.
It's so cool.
Because when I was helping clean out that warehouse, I found this, and I figured, yeah, I'll grab this. Well,
It's
I don't
best
know.
for me to just transport that upright, right?
Yeah, just carry it like I'm carrying it. I'll
Be careful.
wrap
Yeah.
I'll wrap the power cord around it so it doesn't.
Well, I think I can slide the back seat forward enough that I'll be able to just set that up vertically right in the back seat
I know
on the
better than
floor.
that because that tooth has still got to charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be careful,
yeah,
please.
Yep.
I have a phobia of these things.
I have a pretty good sense of self-preservation working. I
Uh,
have been
Should I-
shocked
should
by
we
the
discharge it
horizontal
before I
output
take it?
transistor before.
should you discharge it before you take it?
No,
I think you'll be okay.
No, it'll be okay as long as you don't go
Just don't touch
probing
that.
around
Don't
there.
touch that.
Yeah.
Have you ever dealt with one of these monitors before?
Not to
Ethan?
discharge.
I've been hit with, well, it ain't gonna do you any good now, but when it's hot, when it's on, yeah, I've touched that, you'll get a nice.
I mean, I'm just gonna hold it by the
Yeah.
frame.
Okay.
Yeah, if you bring it like this, it'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, this
Yeah, it's even scribed Auburn, New York.
It's so cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Make another trip back down for the rest of the stuff, I think.
All right, I'll bring the player up.
This player, whatever else.
Oh, here's the part of the power switch.
Did you sign this thing?
Oh no, I got signed your thing still too. That's right.
I have to concentrate and focus on just escape vehicle and.
Yeah, you'll get in
Yeah.
a better place.
Oh,
And-
here, these go with it.
Okay.
I would have screwed them in, but the screws I had to
Thanks,
screw it in
Dan.
were too long, and I didn't want them poking through the plexi.
See, I think I
Okay.
can grab something to put all the harness and wires and stuff in when we get.
Oh, it's got to be something.
Get
in here,
upstairs.
right? Yeah, we'll grab a bag or something.
Yeah, it's fine. All right,
I'll
I'm gonna
carry
take the
this out. You
monitor
can wipe this. Let me put this on the spindle motor.
Okay.
Here. I think it'll play in another. Let me clean it up a bit too. I don't know if I have any Windex, but you want to use like a soft cloth. The way stuff has been kicked around here the last 17 months, it's just aggravated me.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, where was my side swipe box? Let's see. Oh, here it is. Yeah. See, that used to be in as good a shape as that until the contractors went in the closet and started cleaning it. I almost lost that.
It
Almost.
doesn't mean anything to them, right?
Yeah.
No, but it's just like anything that I have is just considered junk and. I don't know. You might have issues, but
It's all
like
right.
I said, it's just really more for demonstration purposes.
Yeah.
I got a CD
Or
cleaner at home. I
display.
can go to town.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
And it also
Something
depends
now.
on what it is. Anybody got like a Swiss Army knife or something? Like a pen,
No.
or not even a pen?
I don't.
No, we
God,
don't.
I gotta have something down here, but not everything else.
Quarters.
Uh,
Watch band. Bolt.
something small where I can pop that safety latch. I could use Blue Streak's laser rifle, but that'll break. I think I can do this.
Blue Streaks laser rifle.
Yeah, Blue Streak was one of the first Transformers I ever got in '84. I still have them in one of the boxes up there. All right, this already has something in there I was using for that. God, I can't believe how much rust. What the hell does the bottom of this thing look like?
yeah.
Jesus. It was not like that about 5, 6 years ago.
That's all right.
No, I can get it. You just put it in there and go. What the hell? I've done this 100 times. You slide it in there, you move it, and it's supposed to pop open. Oh, jeez.
There it is.
Oh, cool.
Like I said, it was a lot cleaner 5, 6 years
It's
ago.
all right. It'll give me something to do.
Be a nice
All
little
right.
project.
Now the spindle motor, you should have a rubber bushing around the hub,
Okay.
and with spring tension, when this is applied, let me see the disc. Ugh. This is what really made this player a pain in the ass. Not only that, but the slider mechanism too is run by a cord, and I'd have to unscrew that. But the objective lens is fixed; it doesn't move like an LDV.
Oh, so it has to move the laser.
The
or
laser
disc.
disc player, as it's spinning, there's no rubber gasket here, so it's going to be loose. But you do that, you clip it down without the rubber gasket. It'll just be
Right.
one of these anyway.
Soft.
And then when it starts to play, it'll go and load under the objective lens. And while this thing is spinning
Oh wow.
at about 1800 RPMs, it'll search. It'll be read back and forth like that. I hope I didn't. No. And I hope I didn't cause enough slack in this. No, I can still feel some resistance. But like I said, this is just for
Looks. Yeah.
looks, something for
Nostalgia.
display.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. That'll go
Not
in the
many
room.
people would. This was the original player used in a Dragon's Lair machine. Yep, this came before the LDV 1000. The very early ones came with this particular model.
Wow.
Very rare to find one working. The only one I ever saw that worked the way it was supposed to was the one I sent with Greg Skakundiak with my machine. In fact, a picture of the 7820 on KLOV in the Dragon's Lair description is of the one that was in my machine.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh, shit.
Now the freaking damn thing won't close.
That's all right, man. I can leave it open. And I'll be able to show people the
Oh,
disc.
boy.
Just don't worry about it. Like I said, it gives me something to toy with when I get
Speaker?
home.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're welcome.
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah, Wes, if you don't mind, I'll take the monitor.
sure.
I'll
This
grab
one's
this.
shocking.
No, there's no.
No, I haven't seen him in a while. I saw him earlier, but no, he hasn't made an
I'm gonna have to make another
appearance.
trip down anyway.
That's all right. Yeah, we'll just we have other stuff to grab.
Abby's kind of hiding too.
Oh, that'd be so sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got next trip down. I gotta shut the window. We like to round the cats up around 7. But I have to shut that window first. Oh.
Put down the hammer. We're not going out the hammer tonight.
No, they're in.
Awesome.
Wes, Robbie.
Is that still running?
Oh, the camera.
Yeah.
Now this is actually now you see the marquee from that picture.
Yeah, it was totally
Versus
different color.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically the same artwork. It's
Like
just
blue and
different
white.
color. Now I forget who I had that sold to, but it was 5 years ago. Lots of crap going on.
Awesome.
I don't know. It's just I'll never find them again. So
Well, if you
just
do,
take it
let me
off.
know.
I hope not.
If you do,
Actually,
let me
want me
know.
to sign that marquee?
Yeah.
Because I had tied
Yeah,
the
me
world
too.
record. 770,866.
700,800.
778.
Oh, 778.66.
Now this marquee is a lot more rare than the other one.
That's alright. If anyone's name belongs on it, it's yours, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you remember to sign his?
Yes, I did. I signed right in here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. He's got one to remember us by now. Oh yeah, and I still got power supply,
PCB.
PCB, wiring harness, and then our marquees, and the tape. Wow, this was such a good trip, Tim. Oh, and this is part of my power supply too. Or no, never mind. I'll leave that. Actually, do you need this, Tim, or no?
What is that? No, you can keep that if you want. That was
Yeah,
part of the setup.
yeah.
I was going to put a better cord on it for you and end.
That's okay. Like I said, I kind of appreciate it. Oh yeah, that's so awesome.
Now there's got to be other people that have done that,
Cool.
but it's not as easy as you think. Plus,
Yeah.
that'll play for you. You just need a good VCR.
So this is like the
Tolerance.
perfect Pac-Man score, basically. The 770.
Yeah,
66,
it's
that's the
not-
max out.
Max out, and that tedious.
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's pretty funny watching you rage.
It
and
is.
hearing those beeps in the background.
Yeah,
There's such a conflict.
There's, yeah, there, it's
Now
a-
here was
it's
the
a cookie
extra
sound.
panel that I got. That I was going to put all that other stuff on, but you wanted the actual one
Yeah,
that I.
you can save that one.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that way you'll have more than
Alright.
half of you're on the way to your next one for.
All right, it'll make well, yeah. I can
You can make
interface
an
it with the
iPad card. Exactly.
Yeah.
And if I feel like playing on MAME, I've got that one there for that.
We'll watch. You play it, we'll watch, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully
big
we've
audience.
like given you some tips or ideas.
Yes, that keep on jumping and then steer.
Yeah.
Straight
Yeah.
jump steer, straight
Yeah.
jump
Yeah.
steer.
Yeah.
Now, this
Steer
is
when
what I've used
Good save.
for a couple things. It's got a connector on it. You can even put this into a Donkey Kong.
Really?
Yeah. Well, the way I got it wired up, I've done it before, but normally I use the regular control panel. I like it. Now this is, Robbie would be familiar with Super Pac-Man, therefore it would have that joystick.
Yep.
I love the feel of these ones.
Yeah, let me see the bottom of it. Okay, that's it. Yeah, it's
Yes,
a lot. Yeah, it's got the.
levers.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I got.
Wow.
Now you can play Donkey Kong, well, if you put any joystick on it, but
Yeah.
this is also a four-way because it's got that restrictor in it.
Oh, it's actually got the restrictor.
But you can register 8 ways considering how big the actuator on the joystick
Yeah.
is.
Yep.
Now I've tried Donkey Kong with an 8-way joystick, and to be honest, I don't really.
There's
see
no
much of
advantage.
There's only a disadvantage because
Yeah.
you get caught and then they make your score not count.
Yeah, exactly.
At Tesler's house.
Yeah.
He was playing.
I did 1,000,000 points with an 8-way and I didn't even know
Didn't
it.
know it was an 8-way until after the fact, and they DQ'd it, and he had to do it again. This was right before calling off 3 when he was trying to get
I
a
was trying to,
dedicated
yeah, I
cab.
was trying to qualify.
You're staying at Tesler's house, and they didn't even know until after you went to verify it. And you're like, oh shit, there's an 8-way here.
Oh no, I didn't even know. Everyone was like, "Oh shit."
Oh, like when
People in
you
the
flipped it.
chat were like, "Oh shit."
I've tried it before, and it's just. I don't really see much of a
If I grab
difference.
the power supply,
I think these are smoother.
that,
Yeah.
that, and power cord, and then I think that's or Robbie, I have it.
You got my mic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can give it to you upstairs.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna break that.
Power supply, and then you have the
Cord.
marquee. Oh, if you could carry that up, actually, that'd be perfect. And then everybody's got something.
How about the original Dragon's Lair marquee?
I'll take it if you don't want to hang
I'm
on to it
trying
for
to
yourself.
I can sign it. It's came off the very one I used to play, but
Yeah, man.
I may as well put it to somebody that's gonna. You want me to sign my personal best to it?
Yes.
Because I
not
don't
the
remember
phony-
what I scored in
Not the phony world record
'84.
score.
I think.
Red or blue?
I think red would be better for this.
I agree.
Trying to think. Marquee rail comes up to about here.
Looks like someone just sent a PM. See it popped up in the back there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's an ad.
Oh, is that in it?
Stream boosters will help a lot.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay. Just bots.
Yeah.
Real world record. I'm gonna put.
Thank God.
And it was 495. 56. I'm gonna put 859. Now I don't really remember the date, but it was sometime in the early 90s.
That's fine.
Real world record. The 558 is bogus. Yeah, I've done on both emulator and arcade.
Here's the cap for that. Sure.
Oh, here's something you could probably use. Some extra.
Oh, a PCB thing. Yeah, I'll take it.
I mean, Richie would probably.
I'm running out of room
I'm sure
in my
he'd
hands.
make use out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, with all the.
Absolutely.
I'm sure he's got like boards, but no mounting bracket. It's rusty, but you
I
can
think
really go.
that's if you can grab the power supply, Tim. I think that's.
I think that's
everything.
everything we need.
You know, I may as just before it gets thrown out or misplaced, and I just
Right, or-
become disenchanted with a lot of this stuff.
Destroyed
So
by
I-
the incompetence
Yeah.
that is. All right.
okay, cool. It was nice to meet you.
You too,
Ethan,
man. Thanks so much, Tim.
Bobby. And-
Hopefully we see you
Well,
again, sir.
if you want to walk upstairs.
Yeah,
with
we'll get
us.
outside.
Yeah. Hopefully we will see you somewhere in the future. Don't hit
Yeah.
your head, gentlemen.
Yeah, especially Ethan's stuff.
Yeah.
I had myself on.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm sure.
Now here's something you could probably use too.
I was looking at that.
It was the monitor chassis that came out of that Space Invaders 2 conversion over to the bootleg Donkey Kong. This I had down here,
Okay.
but
I'm sure Ethan would take it.
it's some goofy monitor chassis. I may really see it on this. Trust too. No. I think that's everything. I was going to. I mean, you can if you want. No, it's been a while. I don't know. I don't know. It was still pretty fun though. What do you think, Abby?
Yeah.
Not used to the company yet. I don't know. Neither was I. But still, a good time was had by all. And then we got to get everybody else in and then call it a night. Which means shutting this window. I've tried that before. I don't really see any difference. God, the crud I'll play on. The iPad. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Yeah, I'm looking for the screen. Why Sylvia's just gonna open it again. Abby, what did I do with that screen? Oh, there it is. Now it's cat proof for the night. No, pick that apart. And that broken pane of glass I'll have to fix. Alright, let's check your food situation. You've got water. I'll freshen it up. Alright, water. Food. How's your bet? Oh, let's get this washed for you. It's about time for a wash. Oh shit, I was gonna give him this player too. And the last I knew it worked, but holy cow. I mean, the amount of humidity and crap. No, Sylvia. See that shop for the night? Yeah, I know what you're thinking. No, that is shut. Okay, I'll file this away. I guess if I want it to be broken or thrown out, I can just put it where the work crew can get at it. Okay, what transformers do I have left? Let's see, nice smashed box, courtesy of It's humid down in this basement. And I wonder if that disc player does work. Have to be. So I played those discs. And again, it's been months. Wow. Ooh, it's getting late.